Guess who's back? Hey. And we on location yet again, still homeless out in these streets of Chicago.
I think they know that.
Yeah, they know that. Let's get it going.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey.
Why are you dancing?
This
like
is a
you
bop.
Never heard this song before.
This song is good, ain't it, Chef?
It's great.
This is a good song.
He's like, I don't want to be put on the spot. Please don't talk to me.
Right. That's how you guerrilla warfare the gas. It's good, right? You like it.
You love this, right?
Yes, absolutely. So great.
That's Sarah. I'm Dario, and we joined by. I'm gonna let you do this time. This is
well, I'll let the chef introduce himself.
Yeah.
So tell us.
All right. My name's Cory Morris.
Hold on, my bad. I slipped on that one.
Yeah, I was super excited when you reached out. I was like, "You're a fan of me?" What?
I am.
That's
of course.
awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Not many, but some years ago, I watched your episode on Chopped, and I was like, I'm going to follow him, and I'm going to, shoot my shot.
Man.
See if he'll come on the show.
And they asked, and I was like, absolutely. This sounds like so much fun.
No hesitation, too, y'all. I'm telling you, I was like, yeah,
I was like, no way he's
go
going to
ahead
answer.
and do it. Let's go see. I was like, this dude, he beat Bobby Flay? Oh, no, I don't know about that. I don't know. But hey, so thank you for coming on and being. I guess this is dope. This is dope to do.
Thanks for coming over here to Humboldt Park.
Oh yeah. We got some good history.
We're so excited.
So
this is the part where Dario's going to tell us he's about to tell us some fun facts, but they're actually historical facts, and then we're going to be shocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ready.
I think. Yeah, you ready? Oh, you ready? Oh, he ready? Okay, shoot. Let me get ready, boy. This is the part that everybody loves. This is the part where we teach you something. You've been learned.
You've been taught.
You've been taught it. There's nobody that can hold a smile in when you hear that noise.
It's like a flashback to your younger years.
Makes you feel good.
It makes you feel real good. And we in the middle of a little tsunami, feel like it. The windstorm right now. But hey, look, we're in Humboldt Park, as Chef said. And for those of you that are playing bingo with us, it is number 23 in the community areas. So. That's a big number here in Chicago. That's a big number here in Chicago.
MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
I was going to say why.
Why?
I'm so
wow.
glad. You know what? There was one time I literally asked, I ordered a jersey for Dario for his birthday that was the Bulls jersey. And the lady goes, what number do you want to say on the back? And I was like, I think he said 23 or 24. She's like, I'm pretty sure he said 23. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, Michael Jordan. I was like, right.
Bruh.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you from Jordan, you know what I mean? Like, so it's. That's,
I mean, he was known in Jordan.
I was gonna say that too. You should have known, but we here now. So Humboldt Park. Let's get into. Y'all already hear some dope stuff about Humboldt Park. It was here's our favorite word, annexed. It was annexed to Chicago in 1869, 2 years before
the Chicago Fire.
There you go.
I learned that.
Yeah, we're going to keep on going
okay.
over. Yeah, but it was annexed to the city. And I don't bet you, guess how big this actual park is. Guess how big the park is. Just number, throw it out there.
7.
Come on.
200.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm going to give it to I'm going to give it to Chef. Yeah, 207 acres. 207 acres.
Started 7.
All right.
High five.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 207 acres. It was named after Alexander von Humboldt, and a German naturalist and geographer. Now, here's the thing about this. So this man made one trip to the United States.
Stop.
One trip to the United States.
In his whole life.
And guess what?
What?
He never visited Chicago. He never visited Chicago. Which is wild, which is very wild.
Yeah.
To have something named that.
I wonder who decided this.
I tried to do some research as to why we decided to name the park a whole community area after a guy that never even visited here on his one trip here. Turns out that this is a big German and Scandinavian Polish part of town.
I think isn't Ukrainian Village pretty?
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
It's just a little bit down. Yep. So
a little bit west.
that was kind of the ethnicity around that time. So him being a naturalist, he had books printed out. He was huge into geography overseas, and so when he came here, a lot of people started building statues of people. And so he was one of the most prominent people, that that visited here. And so I don't know, y'all. I'll be honest, man. When the late 1900s was 19th century was different because you just naming stuff after people you don't eat. Yeah, I don't know. What? Like, come on, Chicago. Like, this is the first one where we were just like, I don't know why we named him.
Yeah, for real.
Like at Humboldt Park.
Yeah,
I mean, it's stuff.
I mean, Douglas kind of was surprising too because he's not a great person.
But he was here though. You know what I mean? Like he visited here and he had some significance here.
Yeah.
Humboldt didn't. I'll just be honest. Humboldt had no relevance.
And it's one of the best parts.
And it's one of the best parts in the city. And whatever. I don't know. We keep on going about it.
Yeah,
but,
I really like this area. It's definitely.
So speaking of Humboldt Park, though, the actual park is made up of 3 historic buildings. One is the stable and receptory. 2 is the field house, and the 3rd is the boathouse. So I think
that's the one with the swan.
Yeah, with a bunch of swan paddle boats. Yeah. What's crazy about that though is that like you went over there and I thought that was just built just because. You know what I'm saying? Like I just thought it was just, I don't know. You build a big ass park, you need something to decorate it with.
We got a statue already.
What else do we need?
Stable. Yes,
a field house.
Yeah.
A boathouse. We didn't get a boat in here. Yeah, so like that's what I think about it. But like who knows? These are actually part of the natural historic registry also. So pretty significant pieces of work that are there. And if you saw the promo that we had, you can see that there's a statue right out front of AVH.
I do want to kind of talk about a little bit before we go into more facts of like what is the vibe of this for someone that's never been here.
Yeah. You actually, Chef, you had a good story you were telling us before dinner, about why you came and settled here.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I love Latin American food. I've been cooking that for the last 15 years now. And I chose this neighborhood because, honestly, and it sounds stupid, but this restaurant that we're at today, Papas Cache Sabroso, and, we were looking at homes all over the city. This was, within our price range. It had a really good vibe, a neighborhood feel. The food is, it's a lot different than other neighborhoods,
right.
And it has my favorite chicken, pollo chon, lechon. I love cooking pig, and a Puerto Rican lechon is one of the best things you'll ever eat. And so they do a chicken version here. And so before I went to go look at our apartment before we bought it, I came and had lunch here, and I'm like, I just want to live here. I already feel like I'm at home.
Yeah. And I think that's the best way to put it, is that it feels like homey. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's with most like Latin cultures. It's very community based. Again, it's very like welcoming.
Yeah. Like I've had shows down here in the park, and I never feel like I'm like out of place.
Right.
The local liquor store down there, I'm a big fan of. I'm just saying. I mean, look, if they treat me like family walking in there, you know what he wants to drink, like get him some whiskey, But that's the feel. And then from the artwork too, a lot of murals around here.
Street art is unmatched.
Yeah. It is very prideful here too.
Right.
So very prideful. I love it when you talk feel.
And the good thing is, like, the city does commission a lot of these artists to put up some of this stuff. A close friend of ours just did a really good mural right underneath the 606.
Okay.
They should check out. It was dedicated to a lot of the people who lost their lives in gun violence in Chicago.
Yep.
And it's just such a beautiful mural.
Yeah.
You gotta check it out.
Yeah, we got to go there.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter which part of the neighborhood you're walking in, there's going to be a mural on one of the walls,
Chicago is probably one of the most prideful cities in anywhere, to be honest with you, in the whole world, because I mean, shoot, you already know the Chicago flag stars, like they either tattooed on you or they hanging from the building. And then the murals, like you were saying, like the murals that's our culture, is we like to depict that stuff in picture, and so that when we're gone, it's still right there, and you know what this neighborhood was about.
Right.
Which brings to the next fun fact of how we got to be a predominantly Puerto Rican part of town. And I got the answers for you. So get this, 1950s to the 1960s, about 10,000 Puerto Ricans per year migrated up here to all over the United States. All over to the United States. Now, the fun fact about Chicago's Puerto Rican base primarily came from New York.
Okay.
Which you don't think about. A lot of people think, oh, they came from the island. A lot of those came from New York, because if you think about it, back, New York is kind of like the place you go first, and then everything filters out there. But
you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it there, you can make it there. They need to figure out that trash situation, though, because that's not making it there. That did not make it there. But yeah, so Chicago's Puerto Rican population grew from that time span also, and this is where a lot of them came. And Westtown is also right here. Right. So a lot of people Puerto Ricans migrated from Westtown to this part of town, and now here we are, a predominantly Puerto Rican part of town, and it's very prideful here. Like you walk here, you come in here, you already know.
Yeah, if you're wondering where Humboldt Park starts, just look for the first Puerto Rican flag and just follow the trail.
Yeah, buddy.
We just missed the Puerto Rican Pride Festival.
I was just gonna say,
neighborhood is insane.
It's insane.
So much fun.
I bet it's a lot of fun. I've never been, but I've always wanted to come to it. Because it's.
I mean, I didn't realize you can fit this many people on top and outside on the hoods and still drive down North Avenue with like everybody, like 10 flags, 10 people all hanging on like a Honda Civic, just showing their pride. And it's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. But I mean, again, prideful. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about it, is that they community, when it feels like it's a community, they're gonna take pride in it. It looks. Beautiful part of town, y'all. Right. It's a beautiful part of town. Y'all need to come here. Sarah, you mentioned the flags, and got some stats on those flags for you. So just so that if you're not from Chicago, if you don't know what we're talking about, there are two huge metal flags that are on Division Street, and they kind of block off the street, so you kind of know where you are. So, and they're the Puerto Rican flag. And beautiful pieces of art. Some fun facts on those. The city actually commissioned those, the city and, of course, Puerto Rican descendants and activists in 1995. They were built.
Really?
Yeah.
That recent?
That recent. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't think about it. In 95, I always say, I think I said it on here, but people that know me outside of the podcast, I feel like 95 was probably like my favorite year of life. Like it's just in 95, so many things. Music was great. It was too damn hot. I remember that. It was just a cool year, I don't know. It was a cool year. Yeah, you don't care.
Still good.
The Bulls, well, not that year. We were.
I grew up in Utah.
So
they were always
good.
Oh man, bruh, man. On behalf of Chicago, we apologize for what we did to y'all. 97, 98. We
that food poisoning.
Yeah. Food poisoning, quote unquote. Yeah, Jordan, we see you. Don't play. So the 95 it was built, and it was meant to kind of commemorate the heritage and the roots of the residents of Humboldt Park. Also, they call this stretch of Division Street. Let me get this right: Paseo Boricua.
Sure.
Yeah. See, look at both of them. Both everybody, Chef and Sarah was just like, right. You tried it.
What does that mean? Shit.
Puerto Rican, I know is one of them. Like one of them words. And drive, got to be the other one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Chef was like, yeah, keep on going, bro. Like, you tried it. But here's the cool thing. They are 59 feet tall. Guess how much they weigh?
How much?
45 tons. What? Like
what?
45 tons. Those things don't. They didn't.
I mean,
they
it
don't
gets
look
windy over here, so if they don't, you don't want them to not. You'd think it'd be like hollow.
Yeah,
but it's not.
I mean, I thought they were hollow. I feel like if they were hollow, they'd be lighter, right? But like that's.
I guess they're not hollow.
Solid ass metal hanging above your head.
Solid ass metal.
Solid ass metal. There's also, for those that don't know, also I don't know if you knew, but there is a Walk of Fame here. On this stretch of Paseo Boricua that commemorates significant Puerto Rican individuals here also. So a lot of history just on this stretch of Division. If you come down here, look for the flags. There you go. Just take a walk down here.
Yeah.
Businesses are named after Puerto Rican officials and restaurants from Puerto Rico. The street names and of course, the the Walk of Fame down here. So fantastic,
Awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. There's a couple more things. Here's this. This is kind of cool. This is kind of dope. So check it out. K-Town. Y'all, have you heard of K-Town?
Just because I researched it.
Just
I wanted to
you want me
Yeah,
quiz?
go ahead.
What did you learn?
Yeah.
I learned too much, and now they're all going through my
It's
brain.
all jumping.
that's
Yeah.
usually how it happens.
It's all
It
good.
took me 5 episodes to remember what year the Chicago fire happened,
Yeah.
and we talked about it so many times.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that together before we got on the news. And stuff. I'm glad. I'm so glad. That would have been
embarrassing.
That'd have been awkward on WGN.
So
That would have
basically, what
been.
you're saying is I embarrass you.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Look,
I
see
mean,
it.
I feel like that's what you said.
Oh boy, you see how this goes, Chef.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So K-Town's related. It's because a lot of people whose name started with K, right?
Well, it is because K-Town. There are 11 streets that are, or multiple streets that begin with K, right? And the reason for that is because in 1913, when the city started the street naming proposal, the way they decided, they were systematically. If y'all can hear this,
It's an ambulance.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
ambulance.
yeah.
No, it's a fire truck.
You know, the funny thing is, it was quiet the whole time we were eating.
Yeah,
So we put these headphones on, and all of a sudden it got real out
but
here.
it amplifies the sound.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
why.
Maybe it's probably not. You might not hear this, but that baby at O'Hare, the O'Hare episode.
Yeah,
you
that
can hear-
baby was loud.
You can hear that baby.
He was very close to us too.
Yeah, it was. But continue. So streets were systematically chosen according to the distance from the Illinois-Indiana border, and this. The K, being the 11th letter, represented that it was the 11th mile counting west from that border.
That, like, whoever came up with that just had so much free time. Was like, let me come up
Man,
with the
look.
weirdest fucking reason why we call this K-Town.
Look, the early
ridiculous.
20th century was
I mean,
different too.
it was like World War One. I feel like they have better things to do.
Hey, how you gonna pick this name, man? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 11. How far?
He's
11.
like, I
K.
can't come to the war. I have to pick these street names. I can't make it.
K. There we go. And there's a bunch of K's, man. So to name them off, here they are. And let me see if I can get this without stumbling. Keystone, Karloff, Cadvale, Keeler, Kenneth, Kilbourne, Kildare, Collin, Comer, Kaminsky, Costner, Kilpatrick, Kenton, Knox, and Keating. All the K-Town streets. And actually, K-Town stretches between different parts. So you got Humboldt Park, North Lawndale, and West Garfield. All those neighborhoods and community areas have a part of K-Town inside them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I went to school on Costner.
look at that.
Yeah, shout out to Stevenson Elementary, right over there on Costner.
Nice.
So I'm part of the
You're
K-Town.
part of the history.
Yeah, I'm part of the history. I'm part of the K-Town history. You want to know some actual facts about me being a part of the history, and that's a perfect segue.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact for everybody, I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, but I became the first comedian to open up for the Shakespeare Theater in the park right here in Humboldt Park. I became the first comedian to do so.
Cool.
So
That's so dope.
I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back with that one. Hold on. We got it all here, bro.
Yeah.
We got it.
All the buttons.
We got all the buttons.
There was a
ready.
whole day where we sat down and we're like, what buttons do we want?
What buttons do we want? Well, I'm almost done with the fun facts. I got one more notable person from here. Can y'all guess?
Kanye, Chance the Rapper,
Come on.
Oprah.
Chance the Snapper
Hey,
was right when the pandemic hit.
look, hold on. Yeah, Chance the, that's one of them. Yeah, Chance the Snapper. That was a good. song.
That was
good. He took the world by storm. He just literally.
That's right when my son was born.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they were holding a news conference when they actually got the
Yeah.
computer. And on the news conference, you can see my father-in-law with my newborn son. Like,
What?
there,
Stop.
Like, they were like, Arun, holy shit, that's so funny. Yeah, he's like there with JJ.
Wow.
And like,
Oh, that's
Oh
dope.
my God, that's
that was
so
a big
funny.
look. Let me tell y'all that Twitter account that was made with Chance the Snapper,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It was the
It
most
was.
funny when he moved to Florida. When they moved to Florida, the reports when he was reporting back saying how good he was. Oh God, I swear I followed that thing. So I was like,
That's
dude,
so funny.
it was funny. It was, we needed those kind of diversions
Yeah, for real.
at that time.
escape, yeah.
Yeah, we needed that escape, man. It was just so good. The other person that I want to highlight is John Belushi.
Oh.
John Belushi, SNL, Second City, and one of my favorite movies all time, 1980. It's the best movie out of 1980, The Blues Brothers. Yeah, Blues Brothers. That was, I got a pack of cigarettes and 106 miles to Chicago. Let's get it. That's one of my favorite. You have no clue what the hell I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay, all right.
It's okay, though.
That's the best. I need to replace this button with something. It's accessible, you know. But yeah, we got to watch that. That's a classic.
Sure.
It's a Chicago. Sure.
I mean, yes.
she said, whatever. Move on.
No.
She still hold a grudge on me. We tried to watch.
Okay. So my favorite movie is Julie and Julia. Okay. And we tried to watch that movie maybe 4 times, and he would fall asleep every single time. And we wouldn't even start it from the beginning because I knew there was like no ending if we started from the beginning. So we would start it from where he fell asleep, and he would still fall asleep like 10 minutes. And then he had the audacity to wake up in the middle and laugh at parts that weren't funny.
I was trying to fake it till I make it, bro. I didn't want to get caught again. A 4th time.
You were snoring, so there was really no room for negotiation.
I thought I could get out of it free, you know, but I was caught. But those are the fun facts, man. That's Humboldt Park.
Amazing.
What y'all think?
That's great.
Yeah. That's great.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, like I said, I did a lot of research before, and I learned a lot about just so I would be ready. I know you're the professional.
I do that.
And although this is my favorite Puerto Rican restaurant, and we're in between the flags right here on Passe.
Yeah.
It's not even part of Humboldt. The park's not even part of Humboldt Park. The neighborhood.
That's
crazy.
That's weird. It's weird how that is, and it's not even. It's named after the person never even visited here.
Yeah,
you know? So,
that's crazy.
It's very. It's prideful. That's all I can say. It's like this. It's very prideful. But this whole area is kind of different because, like you said, it's not. Some parts are not a part of it, but also the West Town, West Humboldt Park. Some people say it's not. It's technically not. He's right. You're right. It's technically not. But if you ask the people around, kind of like what Dilla was saying with Inglewood and Arbor
right.
It
depends on what the people identify with it as.
And I'm gonna go with the people because
this is definitely Humboldt.
It's Humboldt Park. Yeah, I mean, this is Humboldt Park. I mean, this is where the Walk of Fame is. The flags tell you. They tell the story. You know, it's very different dynamic about how the city laid it out and everything like that.
Yeah.
You think they ever changed?
That this was this drive right here was the only nationally recognized Puerto Rican neighborhood?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said that because I did forget to mention it. It's written down. I got it. But this is recognized. It's part of also part of K-Town is part of it. Not all of it, but part of K-Town is part of the National Registry of Historic Places.
Wow.
So. Chicago has a ton of historic places, and we learning that on the podcast as we go too. So it's just amazing how
it's that fire truck coming back.
Yeah, the same.
There's no fire.
Yeah, they win. It was false alarm. false alarm. That's a fun fact, y'all. I hope y'all learned something. Now my job is done. Now it's time to talk about this food.
Well, first, let's talk about how. Well, one, if you want to tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Okay.
Yeah, so, whatever details you want to share.
I've been cooking since I was 18. Moved to Chicago in 2008. That's when my kind of career kind of took off. Ended up working for Jose Garces, who's an Iron Chef on Food Network. Took me under his wing, considered him a mentor, taught me a ton about Latin American food. So we were cooking Spanish food, which isn't technically Latin America, right? But it does incorporate a lot of the same ingredients, paprika, the spice structure, all of that stuff, a lot of rice. And then from there, we opened up an Argentinian wood-fired grill restaurant in Streeterville, and I branched out and started doing my own stuff. So had a restaurant on the West Loop called Renero with some people, and we did pan-Latin food. And that's where we were doing stuff from Brazil, Cuba, Argentina, Costa Rica. My ropa vieja was so good, I got invited to compete on Bobby Flay.
I was waiting.
That was gonna be a humble brag, but then you
ain't nothing humble about it.
Yeah.
We Humboldt Park. That's as humble as we getting today.
And so that was a ropa vieja, and it was really good, fantastic restaurant. And then went to Baleo, which I was doing a really cool mix. It was Argentinian and Peruvian.
Oh wow!
And it's like the coolest cuisines, like smoky wood-fired grilled meats and all of that. And then you go over to ceviches, really bracingly acidic dishes. So it was a cool counterbalance cuisines. Started working for Let Us Entertain You. Was with them for a few years. running Nacional 27, which was
Oh
really
yeah,
cool.
that was.
Yeah.
I went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ran there?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit!
Yeah, they had a nightclub, they
Yep.
had a taco joint, they had
Yeah.
the whole dining room. The pandemic hit, and our lease was actually almost up, and so they didn't renegotiate it. There was like a month left. All the restaurants were shutting down.
Yeah.
That restaurant shuttered. I came over to another part of the company and developed ghost kitchen brands and that are being sold through Grubhub. And then now I'm with a company called Eat Purely, and it's really great.
There you go.
Eat Purely, we just do really healthy, simple food that has no preservatives. We deliver throughout Chicagoland 4 days a week, and it's just really thoughtfully prepared food that is actually really good for you. We concentrate on saturated fats, low sodium, but don't skimp on any of the flavor.
Right.
You know? So we're balancing that kind of pause and salt, and then amplifying the acidity. Working with produce that's in season that already has a ton of flavor,
Yep.
and it's been so much fun.
That's amazing. And do you develop the recipes or? Okay.
Yeah, we have a menu that features about 44 items every week, and so I try to keep at least 3 to 4 new ones every week. And so, I'm working on fall recipes right now. That's how
Wow.
far ahead we were working on it. And it's breakfast, lunch, dinner too.
Okay.
Breakfast,
Right.
lunch, dinner, snacks. And so I'm looking at things that are coming into season there: mushrooms, squash, like the hardier green vegetables like kale.
Right.
And so we got some really fun stuff that we're working on.
That's amazing. And is it an app where people can download
Yeah.
and order?
So you can just Eat Purely, and then the app will show you the menu that we have for that week, and you can order for the next day.
That's
so
amazing.
dope. Yeah, that is dope.
Yeah.
4 days a week. What days are they? Do they deliver?
So tomorrow we're going in the holiday weekend, but we will be delivering on Sunday and Friday.
Okay.
We figure our customer base really likes to stock up their fridge on a Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, so that's that's the best time to get the order.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so we'll bring that. We do AM or midday delivery, depending on people's availability.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
when we go shopping,
Right.
on Sunday.
That's when we go
I asked
shopping.
the question. I was like, "Damn, 4 days a week." I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm not going
Yeah,
on a Friday
right.
night. I'm not going." Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. We always talk about how what are ways that you can create resources for people that don't necessarily have the ability to cook or don't have the time to cook, and how can you get fresh,
Good
good food to them?
Yeah, and it's kind of neat. We're doing a promotion right now with Meals on Wheels Chicago. So I'm on the board with Meals on Wheels, and they provide food to homebound elderly
Okay.
and
Wow.
people with special needs as well. And so that food is free of charge. It's delivered to people who can't leave their house.
Oh.
It's a really amazing organization.
That's dope.
And to be on this side and then deliver to outside of that reach,
Right.
we're helping do a fundraising campaign for them as well. It's kind of cool to bring those two worlds together. But
Yeah.
Chicago's full of food deserts.
Right.
There's people that just don't have access to fresh, healthy food, and so we limit our waste. We compost a lot of things,
Yeah.
and then we donate any of our extras to the hospitals,
Yeah.
to the shelters, to the love fridges that you find throughout Chicago.
Yeah.
We want to support local Chicago people as much as possible. We have a lot of their products. We're working with a lot of the farms. It's like a dream job to be
Yeah.
able to bring all those things together.
It sounds like it, man. The way you just rattle off all these stats and everything, man. Like, I'm just like, this is like the food superhero in Chicago. But for real though, you do a lot. You've done a lot, and that's a good thing, man. With somebody that's you're not even from Chicago, right?
No.
So, man,
We're not going to say it again without.
no. We'll let 97, 98 rest. We'll let that rest. But no, man, I commend you, bro.
Chicago's done so much for me. I'm just so grateful to be able to give back through, using my skills. Last week, we did a fundraiser for the Cara Collective. And Cara Collective is such an amazing organization, too, because they put people back in the workforce. They start a clean slate. If you can't get a job, they'll do job training and all of that stuff. And so we did an event last Thursday and raised over $200,000
Wow.
to help fund their mission. And and all I did was make Frito pie.
Wow.
We invited a couple chefs. I made that. They had some auction items and things like that. But I'm like, here's a Frito pie. Please give us $200,000 and something.
right. Man, you know what's crazy about that? We should have. Wish I had known, because the show I run at Zany's Wednesdays after work. Every Wednesday. This is a shameless plug.
No, it's your show.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I like your head, Cory. But we were trying to do charity work with them. So our shows, you come to our shows, we donate and we give back to them, especially coming out of the pandemic. But then we went back in another pandemic. So we went back into quarantine, so we couldn't get it going. I did talks and everything. It was ready to go, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But, man, I love the organization, too. I love that, too.
Yeah, I feel like we'll keep this friendship going.
Absolutely. And, I don't doubt that. That's another horn. Boy, I swear.
Should we start talking about the restaurant?
Hey, y'all go ahead. Go crazy.
So
I'm with it.
You told us you picked it because it was your favorite. You've been coming here for years, right?
Yeah.
Accurate.
This is the reason why you moved here.
Yeah.
Reason why, a restaurant. What's the name of the restaurant?
For those tostones.
Yeah, man, look.
Oh, my God.
The jibarito is just...
Man, look. This,
So, what was I going to ask you?
What's the name of the restaurant?
Right, yeah. Let's start with that.
Let's start where are we at?
Where are we?
So we're at a restaurant called Papas Cache Sabroso. It's on Division. I don't know the exact... People like to have fun in the
It's lively here, man.
Yeah.
It's lively.
Papas Cache Sabroso. It's on in between the flags on Division.
Okay, yeah, it's
In
right.
between the flags.
In between. That's actually easy to...
That is really good.
Yeah. And it's Puerto Rican food, and it's fantastic Puerto Rican food.
Yeah, it's really great. And what's the vibe of this place? How would you guys describe it?
Old school Chicago, but you feel at home, right? You go inside into the restaurant. We're on the patio right now, but you go inside and, a good, like, you go over to those steakhouses and they got pictures of all the celebrities.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They got that here.
Yeah.
Like, you go in there, but it's all, like, Latin American celebrities. Like, there's Miss Puerto Rico, there's John Leguizamo, who's one of my favorite actors.
Yep.
Like, all these really cool people. And so in there, it's definitely a lot of history. Mm-hmm. They perfected what they do here. The pollo chon is insanely good. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you feel welcome. We asked if we could film or record right here. They're like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no problem, no challenge. This is so nice. And we told them after we ate all the food.
And what I really like is that when we were walking in, there was a sign that says this is not fast food, so expect to sit down and chill while you wait for your food. I mean, we didn't wait. I feel like they came out fast. But it did. But I love those kinds of places because that is so true to the culture of you sit and you talk and it's like. Yeah, it's like a vibe. It's a family. You just chill. Yeah.
What I like probably the most about it though is that it just the service is fast, but she was personable. She was really nice.
Yeah, the server.
We ordered a whole bunch of food, and we asked her, is that enough? And she was like, yeah, I think y'all good on this. So, but I always said the vibe to me. Your food get extra points, or your establishment, whatever it is, you get extra points if the people are cool. Right. So for me, that off the top, that was already good.
Hospitality for our industry is hard to do.
It is.
Because everybody's just getting back into it.
Yes.
Everybody's low staffed. I think this place is probably a family run restaurant. Well, I know it is. Yeah. And they have a good, loyal team, and everybody here is just still in really good spirits. And,
and they want to be here.
Yeah. They want to be here, yeah.
But you got to feel for those restaurants that don't, that are trying to reopen, that can't find the staff, and so I've been to restaurants lately where it's not a full experience yet. Right. The service isn't clicking yet. Food's taking a little bit longer. Yeah. Of course, you want to go out and support them and, definitely do that. But unfortunately, not everybody's firing on a lot of cylinders this place always has.
Right. Yeah. I've seen so many signs that say, so sorry, we're going to close at 2 today because we don't have enough people to work.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah. It's so hard to kind of see that, especially when the food is good. And sometimes you're just man, just people come out, just eat.
And people want to. It's just so hard to find people that want to work in restaurants.
I mean, especially now work from home is kind of taking. You can get a work from home job that's paying decent. You know what I mean?
And also, it's probably really think of a restaurant that struggled for a year and a half to be able to hire back on a full staff is probably
it's tough.
It's really hard. I can't even imagine.
That's really tough. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. They do a good job here, though. I mean, they do a good job here. The food, though.
Oh yeah. Shit. What did we order?
Everything. Cory ordered this.
This is the first time
we let the guests order. You know what I mean? Yeah. We trust. It's chef. Shit. You beat Bobby Flay, you got my trust. I don't care. I'm gonna keep on saying that, man.
Yeah. So what we started off, the first thing we ordered was the pollo chon.
What is that?
It's a rotisserie chicken, but they do a lechon marinade, which I'm assuming they didn't give us a recipe, but it's definitely got garlic, it's got cumin, it's got achiote, it's got some sort of citrus. So it's rotisserie chicken, but it's got like really, really juicy. So
Yeah.
they probably brine it for a couple days,
Right.
and then they just cook it. And you can see it when you walk in the restaurant. It's really cool. Right?
Juicy, not tender, right?
Yeah.
It's juicy.
We got the pork chop, the chuleta
Okay.
frita. So it's like a fried pork chop. That was good. It had the arroz con gandules, so rice and beans together. Definitely a lot of saison in that in the rice. It was like super bright red.
Yep.
We had the tostones and the maduros, so both from the plantain. Tostones are going to be the underripe that they twice fry, and then the maduros are going to be the sweetened version of that they also fry. It's a lot softer, sweeter.
Yep.
Maduro means sweet. So
Okay. Getting a language lesson too. I
yeah.
love
See?
it. Yeah.
And then we had that the most iconic Chicago creation because people, when you think Chicago food, you think hot dog, you think deep dish pizza,
Yep.
even though that's not the official pizza.
It's
It's Tower Crust, right?
Yep.
The jibarito, which
Yeah.
was invented in Chicago.
Hey, and to tell them what it is, because like I think we ain't got people that probably don't know these words that you're saying, but this, I'm one of them. He was like, man, you gotta try this burrito. I was like, oh shit, I will. But for real, go ahead, describe it to him.
Yeah, so you can get it two ways here. One with you can get it with chicken or steak. The steak is with skirt. It's made with skirt steak, so really fantastic. They cook it on the flat top. The unique thing about this one is there's no bread. They make it with tostones. So you'll take one plantain, which if you don't know what a plantain is, it looks like a banana, but it's really hard. So you peel it.
That's what she said.
No, we haven't used that yet.
We
this episode.
haven't used it, and it was a perfect alley-oop for me. I had to take the shot. You know what I mean? Like,
So they slice it. They fry it for like 5 minutes till it's a little bit soft, and then they take it between, if you made like how you make tortillas, and between that, and they'll smash it, and then they'll fry it again. So then in between, they make that sandwich: lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, a lot of garlic, that steak, and I think there's some onions on there too.
and let me tell you,
Amazing.
man, that thing was. And first of all, it just looked like a regular sandwich, and you could tell the bread is different, quote unquote bread. But now that I know it's a plantain, you really don't
Need the bread.
You're right. You don't even need no. Just give me plantain bread all the time, because that was
Yeah.
man. And you cut. It was easy to cut through. The skirt steak was made super tender. Look, I'm trying. I didn't want to mess up and say a word. It was super soft.
Soft.
But it was
steak was soft.
Steak was soft.
That's your choice of word.
Look, hey, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Tender.
There you go. Tender, juicy, and soft.
Succulent.
Succulent. Okay, well, I ain't heard that word. You know what, man? That's the word of the day. Succulent. For real, bingo. Go ahead, let it.
Yep. If you are playing bingo and downloading the board for this week, your secret word is succulent. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, every week we post a new bingo board that you can download for a chance to win some Topo Chico. So go ahead, in the link in our bio in our Instagram or our Twitter, you can download that and play.
Succulent, y'all.
Yeah, succulent.
Succulent. I can't say that with what do y'all? Y'all, let me tell you. That what you call a jibarito?
Jibarito.
Jibarito. Succulent. It was so soft.
Soft. Again.
Ooh, boy. Okay.
All right, that's enough. That's enough of that.
But hey, so this drink I'm holding in my hand.
I was gonna say there's a drink.
This drink that I'm holding in my hand.
I've never seen this before.
You didn't even want to try it. This, I'm telling you, this thing was fire. It's a what is this? Because I'm about to describe it wrong.
It's a soda, but cola champagne.
It's a cola champagne. I don't think it got liquor in it. No, ain't no liquor.
No.
It's just soda. Pop.
Yeah.
I call it pop. Why you got me saying soda?
Because it's soda.
I know it says soda, but it's pop.
But it's
but it's good, y'all. It tastes like bubble gum. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I keep saying bubble gum. I keep saying like a dreamsicle type of thing. It is so good. And I had 2 of them. Oh, look.
it does smell like bubble gum.
Oh, I thought Sarah was about to try it right now.
No,
no, she's not gonna try it.
Smells like bubble gum for sure.
Yeah, it smelled like bubble gum. It smelled like that hard bubble gum. The
hard bubble gum.
Bubble yum.
There you go. There it is. I couldn't. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it. Saved me right there. What you think about this?
I mean, I love it. Yeah, it's like one of those iconic Latin American soft drinks, which I think Latin America does package not junk food, but like that convenience food.
Yeah,
they
really well.
Yeah.
And
that's what this is.
You got this one. They also had Malta, which is like a malt drink. It's like just a flavor bomb.
Yeah.
I was more in the mood for the cola champagne.
Yeah,
it definitely drinks like a cream soda.
Yeah, right. It is like a cream soda, and like it's so good. I mean, like you think champagne? I was thinking they might have some alcohol in it. 'Cause this place is BYOB. We should also say that. Yeah. BYOB. So I didn't know that until she told us that we can go. The liquor store that they must be messing with that liquor store hard. 'Cause she pointed right to it. So, I mean, it's really dope. It went well with the food too. You know what I mean? Like I felt like that was a good mixture of the succulent, the succulent. Jibarito.
There you go.
Look at me, boy.
Nailed it.
I'm trying.
Nailed
it.
He's just trying to be nice.
Yeah. So I mean, what you trying to do? You trying to
what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Come on, man. Threw you off, didn't I?
Right, a little bit.
Yeah.
So what are the main flavors that you're getting with this food?
Shit, I know you ain't looking
garlic,
at me.
right?
Yeah, a lot of garlic.
Okay.
They don't shy.
Yeah.
Garlic, citrus. Those are the two predominant ones.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of Saison in that rice.
Yeah.
Saison's got like oregano, coriander, garlic salt, onion powder, pepper, and it's it's not overpowered like flavor, but it's definitely well seasoned.
And it smells amazing.
I'm be honest with both of y'all. I was sitting here trying to figure out what Saison is. Based off context clues. When he said it was red, I thought it was it at the beginning, and I was just going to keep on saying, yeah, Saison is red, yeah. Duh. And then he started naming off this other stuff with
hilarious.
it. And I'm just like, yo, I don't know what the hell Saison is.
I'll show you.
Like, is it like a powder or something? Okay, all right. See, look, I'm on track with it. Then nobody on earth should be this bad at food.
Yeah, and the one that she showed is from Goya. And
okay.
So when Goya endorsed Trump, everybody's like, fuck
yeah,
that.
Right,
you can make it yourself. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And, it's like...
Yeah, they ain't bounce back for that. Yeah, they ain't gonna bounce back from that. But I had no clue. I don't know what I feel. So I think I feel even more like embarrassed because you got an actual chef. Look, I know I'm bad. I'm bad at things. You know what I mean? Look,
but like it's the average person's knowledge of food. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it don't matter. It don't matter. But when you got a podcast where everybody they try to listen to what you're saying.
I just want to run through the prices really quickly of what we ordered. Yeah, at all. The rice was the jibarito with rice was $10. The the plantain, the maduro was $3. The pollochon was $10.50.
And that's for a whole chicken.
Yeah, right.
A whole chicken.
I think. Yeah, tell them that. It was a whole chicken.
Yeah. And then the rice, the side of rice was $4.
You get a lot of it too. Like that's the thing. We got it with the pork chop. Was it the pork chop came with?
Pork chop. Mm-hmm.
But so you get a family size portion that you.
We just ordered a bunch of stuff so we can try different things, but obviously each one of those is enough to feed one person and then some. Like you're gonna take some home. Yeah,
you definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a win. What are your ratings? Let's go, Dario. 10. What, like 9.7?
Yeah, because see, look, all right, look, I'm gonna give my rating. Nothing missed. Right, I'm not. It's like it wasn't like I don't eat a certain thing off of it. So usually that's a point away for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a 10, y'all. It's a 10. Yeah. I mean, even the drink was good.
Yeah.
I had two of them. It tastes like bubble gum. I was like, it just went down perfectly.
Yeah. Chef, what's your rating?
I mean, I'm going to give it a 10.
Hey, hold on. This is the first person. Where's my goddamn button? Let's go.
Because I have been here multiple times. I've probably been here 10 or 15 times, and it's always good. It's always executed at this level. I know that pollochon is always going to be that juicy and good. Yeah. And they do it, and everybody here is really friendly. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just 2 10s.
Yeah.
This might be the highest rating. Okay, well, Sarah?
Not like 9.55.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
That's huge. That's the second highest score you've given.
It was really good.
You could be in a group of
people,
I
want to come back.
Would be happy.
Yes.
Everything on the
Yeah.
Man, that's the highest score that we've given a restaurant so far.
Good.
And it's not even, we're not even joking.
No.
I mean, it's that good, y'all. Like,
no one's paying us to say this. Just
no, right, for real. Yeah, we definitely had to pay that bill. We did. We definitely paid that bill. But it's for me, it's just nothing was like.
Right. I could do without that.
Yeah, I could do without that. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. And you've been here many times.
Food you want, like when you come to a restaurant like this, you want to be transported. Both kind of like with the vibe and the flavors and everything like that. The neighborhood hits, the restaurant hits, and I'm glad they got such a good score because we're very close to downtown. We're like 15 minutes away. Right. And so people need to stop eating downtown. They got to come into the neighborhoods and get our real food.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
Yeah, literally. So even if you're not from here and you're visiting, this is not that far that you feel like you're traveling outside of the city. I mean, you're still in the city.
Yeah, like in a very historic, cultural part of the city, that is... It's got all the feels, you know what I mean? Like, it's got all the feels. So I'm glad, man. Look, the link is in the bio. You can go ahead wherever you're listening to us. Just click that link right there and look it up. Because honestly, you got to go. Nothing missed again, and I keep on saying that that was an easy 10 for me, easy 10. So there you go. What's the name of it again?
Papas Cache Sabroso.
Okay.
Yep. And if you don't want to click the link, they're open from 11 to 8. Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. They're at 2517 West Division.
Mm-hmm. Right here on Paseo Boricua.
Hey,
look at me! I got nervous. I looked at Chef. I was like,
is that right?
ooh, I did it right. Okay, good. All right, good.
All right, well, y'all be blessed. That's all we
Thanks
got.
for having me on.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. Chef, you want to tell them where to find you?
Yeah, so my personal Instagram is Chef Cory Morris. Really easy to find. You can find that. We're just posting.
Google him. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Right. He's Googleable.
I'm usually just posting pictures of my awesome 2-year-old kid or local farms or the food that we're making. But yeah, if you're not feeling like cooking, we'll deliver the food right to your house all throughout Chicagoland through Eat Purely.
Support Chef Cory, man.
Yep. Download the app or follow them on Instagram. Just Google it.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. And that's all, folks. We'll see y'all next time, 77.
Right.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please like, rate, and subscribe to us on all streaming platforms where you listen to podcasts. And we hope you listen soon. We'll catch you back next Monday with a new episode. Bye.